Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the heavyweight bout between Derrick Lewis versus Chris Daukaus. And how this right here between Lewis versus Daukaus is so Lewis is coming off a pretty bad loss where he got dominated and picked apart by Cyril Gahn. Did not have any good showings in that whole fight. And I literally got picked apart from start to finish. And now Daukaus is riding the best steam of his career. And, he's getting that fast track. He's rising the ranks. Like he could get a win over. If he could get a win over Lewis, he's about one or two fights from not really being in that title picture or really getting a title shot. Because Lewis is just coming off a title shot, really an interim title fight, not even title shot. Well, yeah, it's a title shot. He's coming off a title fight for the interim title, which he lost against Cyril Gahn. But so he finally got this coming off a title fight. Whether you say it's a real build or not real build, it was for a title shot. Former title challenger, and now if Daukaus can beat him, he's right up there. He pretty much takes his spot, at least in some extent. And now he's like one or two fights from a title, or maybe one fight potential. So this is a big fight for Daukaus. He's riding a lot of steam. So he's riding good steam, and Lewis is needing a rebound. So big spot for both of these guys. Daukaus is clearly in a better spot, but it's not about where you at, it's about what you're going to do out there. And how I feel it's going to be is, one thing I will say about Derrick Lewis is I will always say, well, at least since I've known him, as far as, not personally, but as far as from watching the fight, the guy one thing, he don't lose decisions. If you want to beat Derrick Lewis, you got to finish him. So Daukaus will need to finish, whether it be by some submission, which is very highly unlikely, or a knockout, which I feel like Daukaus really only his path to victory is to knock out Lewis or TKO Lewis or injure Lewis or something. But if I goes to decision, Lewis will likely win because he has only one decision. If they do go decision, which is rare. Or he knocks the opponent out. Like, he could literally be behind, and then in that last second, he'll find that shot and knock you out. Or in that last round, he'll find that opportunity and he'll knock you out. So Lewis has historically not lost a single decision inside the UFC, and all his losses have come by getting stopped. So Daukaus will need to stop him. And Daukaus is riding good momentum, but his last fight against Abdurakhimov did not look the best, to be honest. Clean, beautiful finish, but he was really losing. He's getting his legs kicked up. He's getting caught with check hooks. He was getting outstruck by Abdurakhimov, and that was not a good look, to be honest. And Daukaus, as good as he's looking right now, he's still very hittable. And he does have a couple of knockout losses to mediocre heavyweights prior to entering the UFC. So his guy can be a bit chinny when his chin has been touched. And Lewis' power is almost unmatched in the sport right now. Outside like Ngannou, I think, matter of fact, he is harder than Ngannou, so probably the hardest hitting heavyweight at this given point in the sport right now. So yeah, Daukaus can't afford to play with that fire. And I don't think his offense that look necessarily so great. He's been fighting mostly mediocre competition to this point, mostly, if not all, to this point. And now he's taking a huge step up. So it might be looking like he's riding that good momentum. But Derrick Lewis has been literally fighting the best for a good number of years now, and has made it to the belt like twice now. So guy, you can say this about him. Say what you want about him. The guy has been putting up some wins. He hasn't been going out there and looking mediocre. He's been stacking wins together. Got a win over the current champ. And for the most part, he's able to weather the storm and find those big shots. And I think to all this talking, just to say how I feel this fight's going to be, I feel it's going to be a typical Derrick Lewis fight. I feel like Doc's going to be letting his hands go. Derrick Lewis going to be doing weird reactions to defend the shots, or at least to the shots. And Doc's going to be looking real good, real clean early on. But this fight goes on, Doc's going to start to slow down. And Derrick Lewis going to catch him lacking, catch him a little bit his hands down, or catch him in a mental lapse where, maybe he got his hands up, but his defenses aren't exactly on the ready yet. Like, it'll be, because he's going to feel like fight kind of go to the fourth round, breathing, both of them labored. And then Derrick Lewis finds that shot, finds opportunity, explodes, catches him sleeping, and then makes him sleep. Catch him sleeping, then put him to sleep. I'm saying fourth round, so probably still competitive, but it's me looking like highly, everyone's gonna have a favor of Daukaus, and then the odds probably gonna shift crazy to Daukaus, probably like minus 1,000 or something, minus 10,000, crazy odds like they typically are when Lewis starts fighting like this. People already at this point know that Lewis has a tendency to fight like that, be down on fights and come from behind and knock his opponent out. So probably odds gonna shift crazy to Daukaus as the fight goes on, and then out of nowhere, Lewis gonna find that shot, knock Daukaus down, follow with some ground and pound, hump the ground, Derrick Lewis via fourth round TKO. So in this fight, I got Derrick Lewis via fourth round TKO.